Good morning again, it's Greg here again with a kit review of the new Academy German Panzer 4 Ausf.H version mid with zimmerit. Zimmerit decal. As you can see, it's a nice box artwork. I do like the artwork. I really do like the artwork on this. It's a new kit, new tooling, brand spanking new kit. Zimmerit coated decal included, 135 scale obviously, and the kit number is 13516. As you can see, it's just the same box work on there, and the artwork, and on this side gives you the paints that you need from, I can't read that out, Life Colour, Umbral, Testers. Bloody hell, my eyesight's gone. Revell and Vallejo and GSI Krios or something. Don't know who they are. But skill level 4, so it's not the highest skill level, but enough. And on the sides we have some CAD drawings or some drawings of the actual finished product, which looks really nice. It really does. So without further ado, we shall open the box and see what we've got inside. It's quite a heavy box, quite a lot in here. Let's have a look. Let's get the bloody lid off now. So a quick look through it, but nothing drastic. So we'll start off as we normally do. We'll put that out the way. We don't really need to worry about that. We'll just take it out sprue by sprue, bag by bag. Let's find my knife again, unprepared as normal. A jazzy new knife as well. Look. From Mr. Mottram and Joe's model kits. Just kept taking the mickey out of me, saying my knife was always blunt when I was cutting the bag, so they felt sorry for me. There you go. Alright, so the first sprue we have, we'll just take it as it comes, is Sprue F. As you can see, they're all sort of doing this now with the sprue numbers, so you can see quite clearly. Straight away we've got a good start. We have a slide moulded gun barrel, one piece, which is good. Only got 2 connection points. Lovely, obviously a separate muzzle brake to go onto the top, which is good. A bit of the skirt armour for the outside, obviously it's flat because of the, you got all the zimmerit and the things to go on these, all the kind of things. Turret basket, back, parts of the mantlet, and the breech. Bit of breech there, yeah, inside. A few little delicate parts, nicely detailed. Really nice. Let's just swing this over here. You can perhaps see it better. So if we can get the light to stay, it would be a help. So the detail is quite nice on these little the doors on the sides. So it's a nice little start. Nice. It's a slide, a sort of one-piece barrel. And then we have the side skirts. This one here, and it looks like it's Lincoln length tracks, which I'm not too bothered about. Nicely detailed on the side skirts. That's on the inside. There's a few things there we can either fill in or sand off. You're not going to really see them too much, but I still probably will sand them off. And obviously we have the outside there, which I'll probably take these and mark them down and cut them individual pieces, I think. The shirtons on there, just make a bit more interest. We have a couple of pieces, alternative parts, looks like for the rear. I don't know what the difference is there, if anybody can see the slight difference. Yeah, I can see the slight difference on both sides. So obviously there's a couple of versions we can build out of this kit. So there's the inside of the tracks, and on the outside it's quite sorry, that's the inside. A few things in there we'll have to side off. I think this is a part of the link and length track, unless it's just a spare track, as we'll see as we get into the kit, because it's got quite a few sinkholes there which are going to be quite difficult to get out. So I don't really know. I think these are to go on the by looking at it, yeah, I would think these are just spare tracks, but we'll see as we go along. But see, a nice detail again, nice, nicely done. We've got the jack, we've got the bolt cutters, the jack, starting handles, a couple of jack boxes, different ones, a couple of different machine guns, MGs, spade and things like that. Nice big wrench, oversized wrench that is. Just the usual thing. The machine guns that look quite nice. Not slide moulded, but quite a nice bit of detail on them. Especially that one there, the alternative 2. We could maybe try and liven them up a bit, but yeah, I think that should be fine. Quite large sprues these actually. It's unusual for Academy to do such a large sprue bag. Even this one's even bigger than the last. Right, we have 2 sprues in here. Yep, we have 2 sprues. Not the same, so we start off with the top one. We have the upper hull, part of the upper hull, a nice checkerboard effect on the skirt, on the thing there, sides. So all these have all got parts to go into them, so there's an alternative, I think there's an alternative parts to go into there, the driver's hatch and machine gun hatch. We have the cupola, which is quite nicely detailed. Let's start from here. We've got the part of the turret, the doors for the turret. So we've got quite a nice little detail on them. They're quite nice. We have the part on the sides again. See the sides. Let's put onto the turret as well. Well, the zimmerit will go on a lot of these. A few small extra parts again, cleaning rods at the top, hatches, other bits and pieces, and at the bottom we have here is the commander's cupola. I think it is by looking at it, yeah it is, yeah. Quite a bit of detail on that, I didn't quite make it out. I'm not quite sure what that one is. That's a ring for the machine gun to go around, perhaps. I'm not sure. So it's all nicely moulded, nice and crispy moulded. So, most of the sinkholes are all where they should be on the reverse, where you're not going to see them. So far, it's a nice little kit. Yeah, nice detail on top of the hatch. Sorry, top of the turret. Nice again. And then we have, it's not a bathtub, it's obviously one that you make up. So the detail again is really good. It really is. So that's the low of the hull. Pity you're not going to see all that, but that's really nicely detailed. It really is. Now obviously the side for the suspension and things. Quite a bit to go on the front of there as well. And then we have the rear engine hatch, nicely detailed. A couple of different mantlets for the shot. That big a bloody thing I can't quite, there we go. Got a couple of versions there for the mantle at the front. The machine gun hatch, sorry, the machine gun. The driver's hatch, driver's vision port. You've got one there riveted and one not riveted. Probably go for the riveted one, I think. It's quite nicely detailed. And there's a couple of again, a couple of similar sized pieces again. Different, slightly set out again, but yeah, that should be nice, nicely detailed again. Just enough detail to get a nice, you know, make them pop when you get a bit of panel liner and things like that. Yes, it's nicely done, very nicely done. Nice plastic, nice. It's a nice colour. I like the colour of the plastic as well, and it's quite substantial plastic. So very nice. And then we get on to slightly smaller sprue, but as you can see, there's lots and lots and lots and lots of parts in this kit. I don't know how many parts did it say on the kit. We'll have to look. We'll have a look at the box in a minute. Something I should have said. Okay, so we have three sprues in this bag. 2 are the same and 1 not. And then again we have different. For the the driver's hatch and the machine gunner's hatch, slightly different variants again on there. Got alternative parts. In fact, there's three different versions we can go. There's another one as well. They're all nicely detailed. Obviously, all different in a slight way. We'll have to see what version we're going to build. I say they're all nicely detailed. Really are nicely detailed. The checkerboard effect again on the muck guards. Really quite nice little bolt heads again. All nicely done. Lots of bits and pieces, little small pieces, hatch covers, don't know what they are, like hook things. And so then we go back to the we've got 1, 2, 3 versions, which we can decide what to do on those when we get to it. Not sure what they are. I'll add to the engine at the back, the rear. Unsure. But there again, all nicely moulded. No flash. We have 2 muzzles, two types of muzzle, but they look exactly the same to me. But obviously there's a slight difference. But 2, and then we've got the cap to go on the top, so it's quite nice. At least it's all in one. It's in one piece. It's not in 2, so it would defeat the object with the gun being in one piece, wouldn't it? So yeah, quite nice indeed. And then we have two hatches, two sprues the same, with a lot of the all the road wheels and idler wheels and the sprockets, all nicely detailed again. Nice, no flash. Nice, it's nice. Should build up into a nice looking kit. There's a transmission up there, that's quite nicely detailed. I think there must be the frames for the turret armour to go around, you know, the rounded turret armour. Nice mouldings, really are crisp and nice. I think that must be something to do, with the suspension. Got leaf springs on there by the looks of it. So obviously that's part of the suspension. Some small delicate parts, lifting hooks, grab handles, other bits and pieces. Ooh, excuse me, keep yourself awake. Yeah, and then the hubs for the wheels by the looks of them. So they're quite large sprues. So there's 2 the same there, so there's no point in going through the second one again. Forget what I said about Lincoln left tracks. They're not, they're rubber band, so let's bother about the sinkholes in there. Oh, we have a bit of rope, which I never use, so I'll just put that away in my little stash bit there so I know where it's at. I want to do my tie downs. There again we have some more suspension and wheels again. I think, if I remember rightly, there's parts from this sprue are new and other parts are off the old version. So we're going to end up with quite a few different, like, extra sprockets and extra idlers and wheels and bits and bobs. So this probably isn't going to be used, a lot of it. But there again, all nicely moulded again, nice and sharp. Yep, so there's a few the same again with the suspension arms and the leaf springs. So there's a few bits for the spares box. There again, all nicely, nicely moulded. But even the detail on those little whatever they are, really quite nice. I do like these transmission hubs on them, really nice. I do like them. So there's two, actually there's two the same, so there's no point in showing you the one again. That's all plastic. We have rubber band tracks, which to be honest are not bad at all. They're not really that bad at all. You know, nice and quite deep. They've got a bit of depth on them, which is quite nice. Usually sometimes they're a bit flat. So I probably will be using these. Probably a lot of side skirt will be, shirtons will be covering some of it, but yeah, I probably will use those. And on the inside the detail is quite good again. There's a couple of little pin marks in there, but so I can find it. Just there beside that guide hole. Can you see it? Just there. On the opposite side of where I'm pointing. There. Just a little bit there, which easily come off with a bit. And you can with your knife. I think that's only the one. Yeah, there's only one. Two per track, so we can't really be too bothered about that. Then we have one of the quite important parts of the tank, which is this new decals for the zimmerit. What you have to say is really done, and they're done by Def Model. So they've sourced it out upon somewhere else from them. They're actually really quite nice, and they're actually raised as well. They're not flat. They're not flat at all, and they've got some damage on them as well, which obviously they did suffer quite a bit of damage. But they are really nice, really nice looking decals for this zimmerit. It'll be interesting to see how they go on. Sorry for the glare, let's get rid of the glare. Really quite nice. So yeah, so printed in Sejong, which is obviously Korea. A Def Model. There we are. Lead type tank, mid to late type, zimmerit coating decal. So really quite nice then. Very impressed with those. And then we have the normal decals, which hopefully will be done by Def Model as well, because Academy are renowned for the decals not being so clever. Yeah, these have been done by Def Model as well, so they should be fine. And I do like the as if it's just been put on with a brush. But I probably won't be using these, apart from because I've got some stencils I bought, and I'd like to try them on this with the zimmerit. So it'll go down on top of the zimmerit. It will look like it's painted on then. But still nice decals. Still nice decals. I say when I get to build this, I will be using the stencil I got with the German tank markings and the crosses and things, Balkan crosses. So that'll be an interesting thing to do. Something I wanted to try. So hopefully then decals, the zimmerit decals should go on nicely. And then we have the manual, which seems to be broken down into 3 pieces. That's just the usual stuff we don't really need to know. The usual thing on the front of the picture of the tank on the front, and the usual sort of do's and don'ts, and in different languages and every colours again. And the excuse me, And then obviously we still got all the things, symbols telling you what to cut, what not to cut, cement and not cement. And then we have a manual one. We start with we have the before starting assembly of the tank, make holes on all the underside of the parts at locations indicated by. So all these have got extra holes to put in. There's quite a few there. Oh, I can't even see that. Quite a few there. And then we start the assembly. As you can see, it's not a bathtub again, so it's quite straightforward. Some strengthening things in the centre. Should clip together quite nicely. And then we start on with the upper hull, obviously with different variants. On it, as it says, E10 or E4, so let's give us two variants on there. And it's telling us to obviously cut the circle out of the middle of the hatch for the upper hull. Now building that, starting building all that on with the muck guards, machine gun mantlet, again other bits and pieces for the hatches, and then it's telling you to, oh no, sorry, where am I? I've gone miles ahead. You can see that. Step 2. By heck, I'm concentrating. Step 2, fairly straightforward again, just building more around the hull. All of the bits and pieces. I've got the options for the rear, and then we're just starting on the suspension. Again, fairly straightforward, nice details again, telling you exactly where they're going to go. Some of them. Step 4. Here's attaching all the road wheels after you've built them all up. So it's ×2, ×8, ×16. And obviously you get different variants again. You can either put one or the other. The idler wheel. And then it's saying about putting the tracks on. Then it says use instant glue, but I've never ever had any success with these tracks using instant glue. I'm still going to have to do the old melt method. Even super glue doesn't hold it, so but we'll give it a go again and see what happens, but I wouldn't hold too much hope out. And then again, what I said before about starting the upper hull and putting it onto then. And then we're starting on the brackets and all the handles on top of the upper hull. And then we're starting again. What's this part? Is the start assembly for the start assembly with number 1. Okay, so 2 of those, and then build that up end again, and that's going into the it's part of the looks like it's part of the exhaust system by the looks of it. Yeah, it is. Yeah, telling you where it goes and giving you a little side view of where it's to be positioned. And then from manual 1 you go to manual 2. So let's go to manual 2. Let's put that back in there. And then we're just carrying on again from manual 2. We open the hatches on top of the upper hull, and then the tracks, which I thought were link and left, but obviously the spare tracks for the front, and the spare wheels. Part of the brackets again for the sides of the tank with the shirts, the brackets to fasten onto, and then again more stuff to the upper hull. Carry on. Then we have the brackets again. Actually putting the brackets on this time. Headlights, a bit of the Pioneer tools, which I don't do till last. Keep them off, and then we're starting. We put the things on for the attaching of the shirts or skirts, and we can pronounce it. And all the handles inside for it to lock onto. There again, I probably will cut these and weather them individually, slightly differently, and then I'll attach one, maybe a couple on each side, some missing, some not. It's quite nice, like that. And then we start the assembly of the gun, which is fairly straightforward, self-explanatory. Yeah. And then we have like I say, we have the two muzzle brakes at the end. Slightly different ones. I'll have to work out which is which. So that's fairly straightforward. And then obviously we're putting the We're going into the lower of the turret and then the upper turret on top of that. That's the building up the turret around the edges. And again, more armour on the outside again when the hinges are, and then the rounded armour at the back. And then we're starting off with the commander's cupola. We're going to have it open or closed. It's quite nice. I like this one. Maybe be able to paint these. I've got like a blue colour, clear blue. Oh, yeah, sorry, I got miles away. Clear blue on them visions, I think, vision blocks. And obviously we are positioning that on top of that ring, which is then going on top of the upper turret. Some other little bits and pieces, a couple of breathing things there, covers. And right now we're going on to manual 3, which is the making of the machine guns. Again, we have placing them on top of there, and the lower turret, sorry, the upper turret onto the lower of the hull, twist it in. And then we have the starting of the decals for the zimmerit. So they're all broken down into numbers and telling you where what part goes where. So hopefully this should be easy to follow. Yeah, it should be easy to follow. Yep. Yeah, decal placement. Yep. It should be fairly straightforward to follow that. We've got to say a few variants. We've got the 613, which is the Hind Hitler-Jürgen Normandy 1944. It's quite nice. And then we have another version again of the same again. It's 618, just a different slight number, a slightly different camouflage, but same battalion. 12th, 12th as well. Yeah, both 12th. Hitler-Jürgen Normandy 1944 again, which is quite nice. And Hitler-Jürgen again 1944. Just slightly different numbers on them and that, but camouflage is mainly the same. Yeah, and then on the back we have the Sprue map, which is normal, and then we have the black bit at the bottom telling you what parts are not used. Like I said, there's quite a few parts, it's doubled up. So yeah, all in all I think it'll be a nice kit to build. It'll be interesting with the zimmerit. Really interesting. Yeah, so it's giving you the numbers corresponding to where they're going to the tank on the drawings. So you shouldn't really make any cock-ups, he says. Yeah. Yeah, so quite impressed with that. So I paid about £29 for it. Considering it's a new kit, I thought it was quite a good price. So that will be a build for the future with many others that I've got. I think that's about it, I think. So I might even do this as a buddy build with Matt again, because I think he's got the same kit. It'd be interesting to see if he wants to do another one again somewhere along the line. So thank you very much for watching and taking the time out of your day to do so. I'd like to thank all my subscribers and for all the positive comments and remarks that I'm getting. I really do appreciate them. And if there's anybody that needs anything want me to review, if I have it, I'll review it. So I've got quite a few in my stash that I've never reviewed, so if anybody's got anything that I do have, I shall review it for you. So this is Greg signing off. Enjoy the rest of your day, gents and ladies, and we'll catch you soon.